Hey, hello, sacred friend. Welcome back. I am Lori Andrus, and today we are going to sink into conversation about the crystal allies for the month of December: blue lace agate and blue kyanite. Now, each of them have some wonderful messages and insights that they want to delve into a little bit deeper. But before we dive into that, I just want to share with you that on Sunday, December 8th, I hosted my annual crystal forecast. And during that event, we dove in, connected with the crystals and stones, and called forward the annual and monthly allies for the collective. Now, during this forecast, we tuned in and began working with some of the collective themes and energies that will be seen in the coming year. We also talked about which crystals and stones want to show up and support us along the way as we navigate these themes, as we step into and experience some of the energies that may emerge in the coming year. This is a wonderful event. It's so much fun. And for those of you who attended, thank you. I hope you had a great time because I know I did. And if you would love to have a preview of what this forecast is and what some of the themes are that we're sinking into, I want to invite you over to my website, where you can sign up for the replay of this event. And with that, you'll receive a reflection ritual, a sheet that you can download and write out all of the stones from the forecast, and lots of other fun information that will support you in really giving 2025 a great start. I'll put the link in the show notes so you can pop on over there now. Once you sign up, you do need to confirm with your email, and there's a button in there that will take you directly to the replay. All right, so for now, let's come on back and start talking about these two December crystal allies: blue lace agate and blue kyanite. You know, when they both showed up, they felt really great, and they felt like they matched the energy of December. And December is a point here where in the Northern Hemisphere, we are not only winding down the year, but we're hitting the winter solstice, and we're hitting the peak point of the dark half of the year, where we hit that point of peak darkness. And as we journey into that, there's an energy that comes with it and that we come out of with it. So we navigate into the winter solstice and then into the new year. And there's this energetic support for sinking in, finding stillness, finding quiet and calm and reflection. It's an energy that's supportive for being contemplative, for visioning and dreaming and connecting with ideas and possibilities for ourselves and for the world around us. It's a dreamy, soft energy. And both of these stones have an interesting and beautiful way of supporting that. So as I sank in before this episode and tuned into some of the things they want to share, some of the ideas and messages that they want to bring across during this season, they really illuminated the energy of the winter season and that kind of snowy, snow-capped, mountain, snow-capped tree sort of vibe that we often feel when we think about winter. So let's talk first about blue lace agate. Blue lace agate has this wonderful, soft, kind of purpley blue color. There we go. We got it to come into focus really beautifully. Oh, I just love this stone. It's so soothing. It's soft, and it invites us to find that softness within. The first message that it shares is to filter the noise. We are in the midst of a noisy season. I just feel like December is, just in general, a very noisy month. There's a lot going on. And there's family activities, family stories, family beliefs, family patterns, things that pop up, cultural expectations, cultural stories around the energy of whatever holidays you celebrate or that are being celebrated around you. There are things that come up really loud during this time of the year. And they can be very overwhelming, very distracting. They can pull on our energy. We can feel pull of expectation. And blue lace agate invites us to begin to filter out some of the stuff that is just extra, that it has nothing to do with what is aligned and true and authentic for you. And not from a place of pushing it away, but letting yourself just tune in a way that it falls off to the side and that you're able to stay in your own energy. So some of the ways that we may want to do this is, becoming more aware of the time we spend on social media, how we're managing that time, how we are managing our time when we're out and about, what kinds of things we say yes to, what kinds of things we pass on, and giving ourselves permission to have quiet evenings at home or quiet mornings or afternoons, wherever your sweet spot within the day is. For me, that sweet spot in the day is always in the morning, and carving out that time in the darkness to sink in and just be reflective and contemplative. I feel like blue lace agate is like a big, it so encourages that. It invites us to really find those places in our lives to create time to listen. So this is the next phrase that came forward: to carve out time to listen within. So the first message was around filtering the noise, and the second one is about carving out time to listen within. During this season, there's a lot of information that comes in through our intuitive senses. Because the veils are kind of thin between the worlds, there's a soft energy that surrounds us as we move into this darker time of the year, as we move to the deepest, darkest time of the year. The energy is soft, and that soft point really opens a space for us to be present with our intuition, to be present with our own inner voice of wisdom and knowing. And creating space for that is important. When we create space to listen, that's when the answers we've are looking for, the questions that we have in our thoughts and in awareness, the answers come to the surface. They show up for us, and they give us the insights that we've been waiting for. So blue lace agate really wants to support that intuitive connection and the ability to listen to our own voice of inner wisdom. The message that comes with blue lace agate in the Stone Speak Oracle is to discover the beauty of inner silence. Now, the thing about blue lace agate is that it is a stone that connects with our throat chakra, it connects with our voice, and it invites us to express clearly, lovingly, compassionately. And it also invites us to pause and to listen carefully, listen closely for the right words to most powerfully and clearly and compassionately express what wants to be spoken. It also invites an appreciation for silence, for the power of those spaces in between words, where people experience an energy, where our intuition can tune in and have insights and guidance and answer without rushing into words. This is a really great ally for those of us who feel like we need to respond quickly or feel like we need to jump in with an answer. It invites us to slow down and to just be really present with what is there, and to make our words matter. Matter because they're clear, they're articulate, they're on point, they're compassionate. That word compassionate, I think I've said it now at least 4 times. This is a big theme with blue lace agate. There's an energy of compassion with it. And it really opens our hearts to that soft space of knowing where and how our words ripple into the world. The last piece is to remember that this is a season of reflection. And when we sink into those soft spaces, it's a wonderful time to get curious, to ask questions, to do some reflection. Now, I talked earlier about how with the crystal forecast, I created a reflection ritual that comes with the forecast. And this reflection ritual is really a personal one. It invites you to sink in and consider what's all unfolded over the last year. What is there to be celebrated? What have you received? How have you grown? When we spend time in reflection, we open up space for insights and to emerge, for ourselves to find the answers that we're looking for. This is when our intuition gets loud and active and engaged in the conversation that we have in our own mind and our own consciousness. Reflection time is such a beautiful opportunity to grow and heal and expand while also clarifying what is most important to us. What are the deepest truths within? How can we live aligned with our most authentic expression? Blue lace agate is such a great ally for those moments of reflection and contemplation. All right, so from this, it leads me into some conversation about blue kyanite, the second crystal ally for the month of December. Yeah, December had 2 crystal allies. Now, the beautiful thing about blue kyanite is that it is a great ally for visioning and for landing our vision here on Earth. It is a stone that supports us in bridging the worlds. In the Stone Speak Oracle, the message for blue kyanite is that you are a bridge between the worlds. So what does that mean to bridge the worlds? What does that mean to create that connection? We can look at this from so many perspectives. We can look at it from the place of the spiritual and the physical. We can look at it from the place of bridging the present with the future. We can let ourselves sink into that energy of becoming a bridge between now and where we want to be, how we want to experience life differently. So when we access the place of vision, we begin to draw that down. And when we work with blue kyanite, it creates a pathway to connect 2 points. Yeah, so connecting our vision with the earth. So this month, blue kyanite is inviting us to access our vision, to dream, to imagine, to think of possibilities, to stretch our own capacity to dream beyond what we think is real, and letting ourselves imagine the impossible, to dream from our heart, to vision from our highest place of potential and possibility. And as we do that, to begin to take those visions and plant them as seeds here in the physical world. As we plant them as seeds, they have space to grow. Blue kyanite knows that if we're not able to make that bridge between our vision and the physical world, or the spiritual and the physical worlds, our dreams are lost. They're left in the place of thought, idea, inspiration. And they don't have the opportunity to be followed up with inspired action. They don't have the space to grow in our lives. And I think this is where blue kyanite is such a great ally. Now, it's interesting because when we tapped into both blue lace agate and blue kyanite in the sanctuary, when we called them in for the month, it was interesting to hear how they showed up and to feel for myself how their energy showed up differently. Each one had a very different vibe, and they balanced each other wonderfully. So let yourself tune in with both of these and see how they support you in navigating this month, navigating the space of all the external things that are unfolding, and being able to carve out time for yourself to dream, vision, imagine, and begin to plant your seeds in the form of intention for your life and the journey that's unfolding for you. All right. So with that, sacred friend, I want to thank you for joining me today. And if you want to pop over and check out that crystal forecast for 2025, the link is below. And if you've been thinking about maybe joining us in the sanctuary, now is the time. Enrollment is open until December 28th. And if you sign up before the 21st, there's a special bonus that you will receive. So we'd love to have you. I'll put the link down below for that as well. And I thank you once again for joining me today. I wish you a beautiful day. And as always, shine brightly. Bye for now.